Good day. My name is Mr. Caleb Dean Koopman, student number 26251903, and this video serves as my oral presentation for my teaching life orientation senior phase 701 final independent summative portfolio of evidence. Today I will be discussing my lesson plan designed for grade 8 term 2 life orientation, which focuses on the module topic the 6 personality styles, and I'll also just touch base on various learning styles so using the FARC method. Now, the lesson holds immense value for grade 8 learners navigating through the senior phase. They're busy transitioning from grade 7 now into being high school, and academically, learners are faced with increased workload pressures. Personalities, they encounter the stress of identity formation. Now, usually we notice this after term 1, because term 1 they come in and they're still in this mindset that it's like grade 7, and then they write their assessments, they get their results, and it comes to a shock. So you from term 2 they start to humble themselves down, they start to find themselves as they transition into the senior phase. Now, by introducing the FARC learning styles alongside the Holland's RIASEC personality types, this lesson builds crucial self-awareness, and it moves beyond the abstract theory. Instead, it does provide actionable tools. Learners identify the unique cognitive profiles. They directly relate these traits to tailored studied strategies. I can use an example. I've had a learner, he walks into my class and he just lays down on his arms, constantly just lays down, and to check if he's not sleeping, I usually cold call on him and ask him a question, and he always just gives me these brilliant answers. So one day I pulled him aside and I asked him, why do you always lay down in the class? And he told me, sir, you know what? It's because when I'm awake, I'm distracted by everything that's happening around me. So when I lie down, I'm just able to focus on you and try to hear what you're saying and make inferences in my head. And so I think it's important that learners do associate themselves with a learning style. Now, in South Africa's contents, this forms a vital internal strength, and it fosters academic self-efficiency, where it empowers learners to take charge of their educational pathways. Ultimately, it does combat academic anxiety but builds long-term psychological resilience. Now, to deliver the content effectively, I chose to cooperate. I chose a cooperative learning framework. Specifically, I implemented the turn and talk, think, pair, share as a technique during core matching activities. Um, Based on the assessment that I've done in term 1, learners do feel more comfortable working with their elbow partner next to them. So I've incorporated this learning style in my teachings, and it does seem to build their confidence more. Now, instead of a passive listening, learners actively collaborate with one another. They're constantly engaging in the content, and they work in pairs to analyze study habits and match them to the Holland's profiles. Now, this strategy acts as a critical environment asset within the classroom microsystem. It does facilitate peer scaffolding, and it allows learners to negotiate meanings together. Now, what I also like about this series is that it accommodates the diverse learning styles within the classroom. Visual learners engage with the RIASEC hexagon. Auditory learners are reading, they're writing, they benefit from the peer discussion. Kinesthetic learners, they participate through the self-inventory quizzes. And cooperative learning, it does prevent isolation, which ensures accountability and builds a supportive social network. Now, the lesson is designed as an assessment strategy aligned perfectly. the from the do now, which activates the prior learning engagement, to the I do section, where I just try to enforce progressive struggle. I try to, before the lesson, when I set it up, I try to see what gaps are there in the lesson, what are possible hurdles that I may overcome, and then I try to incorporate progressive struggle into my lesson, but still have that gradual release of information. So together, these elements, they do turn life orientation classroom into a powerful space for resource building and resilience. Thank you.